And of course, talking of Tunisia, and our gallant starlets put their best foot forward. Literally, Lilian Awor was unplayable between the sticks. Take a look at that performance. That's our #1 goalie at Stars, Lilian Awor. I'm told she comes from
Siaya, Alego.
the great county of Siaya.
Hey. Alego.
Hey.
See people from Siaya.
Not Embu County.
Alego Usonga, not even Ugenya.
Okay.
See people from Siaya.
I'll start with you because
even Belvin is from there.
You've been a great ambassador of women football.
Yes.
And now, basically, look at the match. 0-0 in Nairobi, and I think everybody wrote off our chances, bearing in mind that how the Arab North, the tactics they do deploy in the matches. And two, fans literally sacked the coach ahead of this second leg. There's a lot of clamor. You got the fielding wrong, the tactics wrong. We are not going to get a good result in Tunisia. But look at how compact they were, how brave they were. 2 penalties, Awor stepping up to save the 2.
One thing I'll say, last Monday I told people you'll celebrate Beldin come on Wednesday because she's going to win that match. And at the end of it, Beldin, I knew what she wanted for the first match and the second match, because she is the coach, she's the leader of that team, and knowing that in this area of now, I'm not writing anyone off, but you need a striker who is fast, who is lethal, you know, who will do 1, 2, 3. So introducing even the upcoming players that have been called the first time for the Starlets wasn't a bad thing. But again, after 19 years, we get a win from where? From the Arab countries. And everyone was like, tutapigwa huko, because the past history inatuambianga hivyo. History is there
also
to be broken.
For Harambee Stars.
Yes, history is here to be broken. This was not Harambee Stars, this was Harambee Starlets, the team that has been doing amazing when it comes to football. Women's football, they really do amazing. And then it comes to the place whereby Brenda was talking about. Again, talk about the rugby team doing very well. Talk about even the women football. They don't have sponsors. They don't have even stadiums to play. When it comes to their match days, they have to borrow, maybe waende saizi ulinzi complex imefungwa, maybe waende huyo ya Dandora yenye imetoka na kila mali. So for me, I'm like, we need to give our best even in women's sports. That is one thing I'll do. And congratulations to Beldin for doing and breaking that curse of 19 years. And we will be going there and beating other teams.
The second round, or the last leg of qualifiers, we faced the Gambia. Yeah. Of course, 2-leg fixture, 180 minutes, no margin for error. What must Odemba now fix when she's facing the Gambians? Because AFCON is just 180 minutes away.
Yeah, I think she has to stay grounded and also don't let pressure go into her head. Like I remember you said that after the first leg that was played in Nairobi, people were on her like you have to select players that we feel they should perform for the national team. But again, she is the one who's in charge. She knows what's best for the national team. And I feel like let's give her the mandate to do the job. Given that she has broken a 19-year-old is it a curse? Can I call it a curse?
A curse, please call it a curse.
Because normally when we face these North African countries, if you don't deliver at home, it's done for you. So I feel the fact that she marshaled her troops, she convinced them that you can do it. At the end of the day, they came home with the result. I feel like Remember, Gambia beat Niger 4-1 in their last qualifier. So this is a very formidable side. In fact, if you can compare, if you can compare like for like between us and them, there's not much that can differentiate the two sides. So that means the coach has to be spot on in terms of selections, and also they believe us to play a part. You have to convince your players like you can do it. Without belief, you are not likely to do much.
Brenda, briefly, women football in Kenya seems to do well, despite all the challenges Isia has talked about, be it remuneration for the players, for the coaches, facilities, and they don't get the credit they really deserve. But despite that, they're still delivering. Look at the junior starlets, they were the World Cup. You come to club football, Viga Queens have done really well. Thika Queens now is a force to reckon with. What do you attribute this to, the hunger in the girls?
I think the girls have generally been doing very well. Whether they have the facilities or not, like they're doing very well with very little provided to them, because it's not once or twice that we have seen the Premier League for women, the FKF WPL, being played in waterlogged stadiums, and we have seen the teams facing issues with even as basic things as sanitary equipment, and that is a national team. I think it's time we put in our money on the right, in the right places. I'm not saying that we do not deserve to put in the money in the male, on the male side of these teams. But then again, where are we getting the results? What more can they do if everything was proper? So it's about time that we focused on where we are getting the results, without neglecting.
It's about time.
It's about time that we afforded them equal, if not more, because at least they are bringing in the results. I mean, what will we be missing out on if they get equal? Because it's not like there is no money. There is money in football. There is money in sports. It's just a matter of these people have the talent. The talent is still. I mean, there's still some bit of professionalism, I would say. And speaking of Lilian Awar and the Beldin Odemba and the performance in Tunis, I'm on record for saying that Tunisian side was very beatable, and they proved just that. But
actually, it was only the guy who has ran away to Germany who was doubting that on this Monday.
Yeah, we want record to say that. It would be an injustice to the public for us not to speak about how the actual game was. Yes, we won, but is that the kind of play that we want to carry around? Is that the kind of play that we are going to show in Gambia? Because if that is the kind of play we go show in Gambia, trust me, they will beat us. So it's about time. I mean, October is not so far away, but then there's a lot of time for Beldin to build on and just try and make that team properly perform.
And you know Beldin cannot build.
Let's hold on, Zita.
Beldin cannot build.
Let's take a listen to what Coach Odemba had to say after this win.
We did not win to silence anyone. We won for our own glory. We won to show that something is happening in women football in this country. We won because we have the support, and we won because we were ready to win this first round.
Of course, that's the heroic squad having a jig there at the JKIA. Isia, you had a point?
Yes, very quickly, I want to say that I really disagree with Brenda, but I would disagree with her smiling today.
As long as you're happy.
As long as I'm happy, right? That we will beat Gambia. As long as Beldin is given the support she needs.
The support and the underlying issues addressed.
What happened in Tunisia, the referees had taken side. I watched that match. I can tell you, they had taken side. They wanted us to lose. And playing that kind of pressure, what you just need is a result. Just progress. You forget about the game. I want to caution my fellow football lovers in this country because of what happened at the Yam Stadium. I mean, at the Ulinzi. It was so unfortunate, and even what followed, the kind of bashing of the coach. Suila, you know, many people just focus on the match day. They don't follow the events before the match. Let me mention 3 things. Number 1, there were friendlies that Harambee Starlets played. Those who cared to follow, they would have seen actually, and I don't like mentioning individual players to not to appear to be biased, but they would have understood the coach for selections she did that day. For example, I know there was a lot of talk about Shikangwa, and her performance in those matches in the friendlies really it
justified the coach's call.
That is number one. And of course, even when we went to Tunisia in the second leg, it was clear for everybody. That's number one. Number two is that Zita mentioned something that was always raised against Nick Mwendwa. People would say about Karabang Sharks, people would say coaches speaking their own. Did you notice that Beldin did not field players from Police Bullets?
Police, yes.
Yet, it is Police Bullets that won the league last season, went on even to beat Simba, which are some of our players who played in that match, and no player was fielded from Police Bullets. And just then, and finally, is to say that, you see, and it was written all over. There was also an attempt which is known for another coach to accompany Beldin to Tunisia.
Which was really uncalled for.
I really want to thank Hussein Mohamed and Mariga for finally saying that let Beldin go and take what is her burden. If she wins as Beldin and the team. If she loses, so basically, let's also learn to support our teams in good and bad times.
Zita, 20 seconds.
20 seconds, just please, the federation, if you're hearing this, let me look at this camera. Please support Beldin and give her even the quality of friendly matches she needs, because we have around two windows for the international windows that will be there. This time it's when we have to build the team for the October, before October. So let's give her support she needs. Let's give her all the friendlies she needs, please, to make the team to be strong. And something else that I need to say this: Beldin is the first coach to win the Kenya Women's Premier League unbeaten, and then again handling the senior police team, that is the men's team, again coming and doing all these things. Just let us, as a nation, let us just give her support that she needs to do all these as we go to work on.